Thomas Crowe, big day for St Mary's. Of course, you kicked it all off with a minor championship. Been impressive in the end. Result 12 points, the margin of victory. Probably not that much in the game, really, but a phenomenal start to the day, which only went on to get better, obviously. But your thoughts after the minor win?
Well, look, I suppose any time you put a team out, you're looking for performance, and that's what we really wanted from them. I think we'd been here the last couple of years, didn't get the performance we wanted in the final, and as a result, failed to win it. We got the performance today, and our big men really showed up. Some tremendous performances out there. Ben Guckian was tremendous. Brian Keeney, Josh, a number of players that you really wanted to show up, Hugh Bracken and that. And that's what happened. We got the performance and the result followed on, and we were delighted with that and delighted with the score we put up.
Yeah, because early on in the game, you started brightly, you found the goal early on through Josh, and maybe haven't had a couple of chances earlier on, if you cleared off the line. The game pretty much had everything in it.
Yeah, it had everything, you're right, because anytime we didn't, or we failed to take our chance, or didn't just push on, or maybe they turned over the ball in the final third, they came back down the field. Paul Honeyman is a tremendous footballer. He's very, very dangerous, and he can punish you very, very quickly. They had other men, young Darcy lad kick frees. Cathal McCarthy was always a handful there in the corner, so they've always guys like that, and we knew about that. We had played them about a month ago. They had given us a bit of a drilling on the day, so we need to come back here and prove something. But lucky enough, it worked out well, and the lads put in that, and they deserved it. Put in a big effort all year.
As you said, they beat you by 4 points, I think, in the Open Exchange Championship. How important was it to get that over to the lads that it can be turned around? Again, no more than the seniors a few hours later.
Well, I think it's a mindset thing, and I think what happens is, and it did happen in the past, if you're playing these teams 3 and 4 times a year, which happens at this level, and you beat them regularly, you can get a bit complacent. But I don't think that was something we didn't have to worry about this time. We really felt the performances was needed. We didn't have to focus too much on the opposition, just on our own game, get out there and play. We knew what we were going to come up against, and if our lads turned it on, we could take them, and that's what happened. In the middle, Ben's performance probably epitomised what the team was all about. He had that much control, his ability to win that ball for you in the middle of the field was excellent, and that's really where the whole foundation was laid there.
We saw a few familiar surnames potentially from the club's annals in there. There's a Crowe, there was a Gucki, and there was a couple of other names. Keeney's in there too. In terms of looking back maybe 27 years to the last time you had a double, 95. It might not be the last time, I don't know. But it's definitely up there. But you won the Intermediate Championship that year as well, I think.
Right. That was a huge year. 95 was a huge year.
The club didn't really kick on after that. It was another 8 years before they won a senior championship. These lads coming through, the squad that's there, what do St Mary's have to do in the next couple of years to make sure that they keep that conveyor belt just going and come in and maybe do what they didn't do 8 years ago and really take over Leitrim football?
Well, I think probably in the last, not even this year, but in the last 2, 3, 4 years, there has been a lot of talk about that we had this group coming. They're gone now from 17, 18, 19 to 21-year-olds now, and this group have been very well catered for. There've been extra efforts made to get the right people in place, to manage them, to coach them. I think Alan put a huge effort in with the seniors this year. He seemed to have a big understanding about modern coaching methods and tactics as regards setting up a team. The young lads buy into it. So hopefully now there's a couple of guys to feed into that again. The names are there, the families are there. That's not enough alone. You need that buy-in, you need the guy, and you need a lot of things to go right. Preferably, you're probably aware at the moment there's a huge push now for lads that maybe they haven't moved during COVID. They may leave in the next year or 2 or 3 to finish in college, and these things can just not happen. They mightn't happen automatically, but I think the club is very aware of it, and there's a big effort. And Fintan is very much, as chairman, he's really keen to make sure this group reach their maximum potential. And hopefully these couple of lads filtering in here will keep them pushed on and keep them honest.
Of course, next weekend, just as a former chairman of the club, when I do have you, the women obviously are out. They could make it a nice little triple victory for the club. How important is it to get St Mary's for the first time at the senior table in ladies football as well to finish that?
Again, with the group that's coming, I think the age group of the girls, and they've a little bit of experience. They have Enna Queenie back there, the Lorraine Butler up front. There's a couple of very experienced girls there, but I think with the age group that they have, that jump to senior, whether it happens this year, hopefully will. It's a massive leap forward, and they have proved the point. Say that they seem to be the top team at intermediate level. They have a big ask now next week because Mohill, again, there's a burn in the way, and Mohill have been their sort of hoodoo team the last few years, and they've struggled to get by them, but this year they did beat them in the area rounds. I've seen them play in a couple of weeks, and they're definitely improving. Their fitness level is coming up, but just to say that they played Dromahair earlier on, and they got by Dromahair. Dromahair went on the senior championship and really found it hard going. And that's the difference. Senior and intermediate ladies is a massive jump, but these girls are coming. There's a big effort being put in with them, so it'll be lovely. It'll be brilliant. I don't think the club would dare to dream about it, but there's a group of people there putting in that work, and hopefully it'll happen for the girls, and they see what can happen. I think today proved a point, with the seniors. They look to be maybe not in the game so much, maybe a bit hesitant, and then when the belief started to grow, that's what you need.
In terms of the club, it's a great day. Celebrations for a couple of days?
Oh, I'm sure there's people, like, we mightn't go mad. I think when you're involved, you're close to a team, you're afraid to say too much. You'll just leave things as they are, and you'll be ready for the next day. But we're looking after the young lads here in the clubhouse. We'll have something in town in the landmark for the older group, but I think there will be celebrations. I think you're right. Cheers,
Tom, congratulations.
Not at all. Thanks, Breffney.